everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a great day to explore the dramatic events unfolding in Genoa. Will Victor be exposed in a mysterious case? It would be great to see Nikki and Jack take control of Newman. Victor's explosive rage will harm Colleen's transplanted heart. He could face a health crisis. Serious repentance is needed before Nikki finally accepts him back, which she will certainly do. Victor needs to fall apart. I like Jack, but the problem is Jack and Billy are doing the same thing by taking over and running the company. I hate that. Let's explore what's going on. I cannot believe what I am watching right now. Seriously, I am typing this up late at night because I just finished the latest episodes and my jaw is literally permanently attached to the floor. Am I the only one who is losing their mind over this? Nikki Newman teaming up with Jack Abbott to take down Victor. Are you kidding me? I have been watching this show since 2015, and I have seen some wild alliances, but this is the absolute peak of daytime drama. I am so here for this. I can't even put it into coherent words. I just need to vent because the sheer audacity of Victor Newman right now is making my blood boil, and Nikki finally snapping is the greatest thing I have ever witnessed. Let's talk about Victor for a second, because I am genuinely losing my mind over his ego. The man has lost his empire, he has lost his wife, and yet he is sitting there in his mansion demanding loyalty from Nikki after what he did to Jack. I mean, we all know Victor has done some despicable things over the decades. He is the master of the dark arts of corporate and personal warfare. But drugging Jack Abbott on a yacht and tossing Patty Williams into his bed to destroy his marriage to Diane. That is a whole new level of low. Patty Williams. The woman is completely unhinged, running around the Abbott mansion right now insisting she rocked Jack's world, and Victor orchestrated the entire thing just to be cruel. And Victor isn't even sorry. He thinks he was totally justified. Am I the only one who wants to scream at the TV when he gets on his high horse and acts like he is the victim here? And that brings me to Nikki, my queen, my absolute icon. I am so unbelievably proud of her right now. For years, she has stood by that man, turning a blind eye to his ruthless business tactics, his endless vendettas, and his constant need to crush anyone who looks at him wrong. But this time he went way too far. The fact that Nikki is finally looking at Victor and saying, "No more," is giving me life. She is sick and tired of his behavior, and she wants him to face the actual consequences of his actions. But she's not just packing her bags and leaving. She is planning a hostile takeover of his entire life. She wants to see him suffer the way he's made everyone else suffer. And honestly, good for her. It's about time someone held Victor Newman accountable. And who better than the woman who knows where every single one of his bodies is buried? But wait, let's talk about the partner she chose, Jack Abbott. I know some people are loving this, and I know some people absolutely hate it because they think Jack should stay out of Newman family business. But personally, I think it is a stroke of pure genius. Jack doesn't even care about Newman Enterprises. He doesn't want the company for himself. He is doing this purely because he is heartbroken seeing Nikki and her family suffer, and he wants absolute scorched earth revenge for what Victor did to his marriage. I mean, Diane literally moved out because of the Patty Williams setup. Jack's life is in shambles, his vows are broken, and he is out for blood. Teaming up with Nikki is the ultimate slap in the face to Victor. It's poetic justice. Victor used Jack's past to ruin his present, so Jack is using Victor's wife to ruin his future. It's brilliant. Okay, but here is where things get absolutely insane and kinda complicated. The plan isn't just to hurt Victor emotionally. They are going after the company. But Victor doesn't even have Newman Enterprises right now. Phyllis Summers does. Yes, Phyllis is sitting on the throne, and Nikki and Jack are plotting to snatch it right out from under her to keep it away from Victor forever. Can we just pause and appreciate the massive irony of Jack and Nikki having to take down Phyllis to get to Victor? I am laughing just thinking about it. Phyllis thinks she's untouchable right now, running the empire, but she has no idea what a motivated Nikki and Jack are capable of. They are going to completely bypass Victor and go straight for the jugular. How are they gonna do it? The rumors are wild right now. There's talk about them using this crazy AI program to hack the system or manipulate the data to their advantage to force Phyllis out. I know. Y&R going full sci-fi tech thriller is a little weird. Remember when they tried that whole Jabot mercenary corporate espionage thing years ago? Yeah, didn't really work then either. But if the AI thing fails, they have a backup plan: blackmail. Because let's be real, Phyllis has skeletons in her closet that have their own skeletons. The idea of Nikki and Jack blackmailing Phyllis with criminal charges to force her to hand over the CEO position is soap opera perfection. If they can dig up enough dirt to threaten Phyllis with actual prison time, she will fold. She loves power, but she loves her freedom more. And as if Jack and Nikki weren't enough of a nightmare for Victor, guess who else might be joining this revenge squad? Kane Ashby. Yes, Kane. Because let's not forget the other horrific thing Victor just did. Victor orchestrated that entire fake kidnapping plot with Lily, making Kane think his wife and the twins were in mortal danger just to mess with him. It was sick. Devin was literally having panic attacks because it triggered his trauma from Dominic's real kidnapping by Mariah. And speaking of that, Devin and Abby just found out Dominic is having severe nightmares and trauma from Mariah's stunt. And Mariah just got off with probation. So emotions are incredibly high, trauma is everywhere, and Victor thought it was a fun game to fake a kidnapping. Kane is furious, and he already delivered a harsh warning to Victor. If Kane teams up with Jack and Nikki, it is literally the Avengers of Genoa City assembling to take down Thanos. Just picture this. Close your eyes and picture the moment. Victor walks into the Newman CEO office, expecting to gloat or scheme his way back in, and sitting in his chair is Nikki. Not Victoria, not Adam, not Nick, Nikki. And she looks him dead in the eye and tells him that she is in charge now. She is running Newman Enterprises the way she sees fit, and he is completely, 100% locked out. I would pay actual money to see the look on Victor's face. The absolute humiliation of being defeated by his own wife and his greatest rival. It would be the television event of the decade. And where are the Newman kids during all of this? Why aren't they stopping it? Because they are a mess. They are going to be completely blindsided because they are all distracted by their own chaotic lives. Victoria is too busy defending Victor to Kane, acting like the fake kidnapping wasn't a big deal, which is just classic Victoria blindness. Nick is off in Las Vegas, literally spiraling out of control. I mean, Nick is buying fentanyl, and he's getting a little something extra from his dealer because Matt Clark is playing sick mind games with him and pushing him into a corner. Nick is in no condition to help his father. He's about to completely lose control, and Adam is slipping back into his dark spider persona with Riza, dealing with his own traumatic memories resurfacing. The Newman family is completely fractured, which leaves the door wide open for Nikki and Jack to strike. Victor has no army left to defend him. He is entirely alone. Of course, Victor is not just gonna roll over and take it. This is Victor Newman we're talking about. He is going to retaliate, and it is going to be brutal. If Nikki goes through with this, we are looking at the ugliest, most bitter divorce war in the history of daytime television. But Jack is smart. Jack knows how to play the legal game better than anyone when he's properly motivated. If Jack gets his name on enough official documents, he can create a legal fortress around Nikki that Victor won't be able to breach. Jack's legal maneuvers could tie Victor up in court for years. It's not just about taking the company. It's about making sure Victor is so bogged down in paperwork and injunctions that he can never get it back. But let's look at the Kyle and Claire situation, because this is adding so much fuel to Jack's fire. Kyle is fighting tooth and nail with Claire to defend Jack, pointing out that Victor is the real villain here. Claire is trying to blame Jack for breaking his vows to Diane, but Kyle is screaming from the rooftops that Jack was drugged out of his mind by Victor and Patty. Kyle fully supports Jack's impending revenge, and having his son's backing is only going to make Jack push harder. He wants to prove to his family that Victor cannot get away with destroying the Abbotts. The generational warfare here is just so deliciously complex. I love that Kyle is stepping up to defend his dad's honor, even if it means fighting with Claire. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's think about the emotional toll this is going to take on Nikki and Victor. I know I'm sitting here cheering for Nikki's revenge, but part of me, the part that has loved this show for years and years, is heartbroken for them. Victor and Nikki are the defining couple of Y&R. They are toxic, they are messy, they hurt each other constantly, but they are soulmates. Am I crazy for thinking that this massive war might actually be the thing that saves them in the long run? Sometimes I contradict myself, right? Because I want them to destroy each other, but I also want them to make up. Maybe Victor needs to see Nikki as a ruthless, powerful adversary to truly respect her again. He doesn't want a submissive wife who just nods along. He wants a queen who can match his ruthlessness. And right now, Nikki is proving that she can play the game just as dirty as he can. I really hope that after all the dust settles, after the bitter divorce war and the corporate backstabbing, they eventually resolve their marital issues. But man, the situation is going to get so unbelievably complicated before that happens. Let's circle back to Phyllis for a second, because I feel like she is the wild card in all of this. If Nikki and Jack tried to blackmail her with criminal charges, Phyllis is not going to go down quietly. She is a survivor. She might try to flip the script and team up with Victor. Can you imagine? Victor and Phyllis forming an unholy alliance to take down Nikki and Jack? The shifting loyalties are making my head spin. But honestly, I don't think Phyllis has the leverage right now. Jack knows her too well. He knows exactly which buttons to push to make her fold. And Nikki hates Phyllis with a burning passion. The satisfaction Nikki will get from ripping that company out of Phyllis's hands will be almost as sweet as the revenge on Victor himself. So where does this leave us? We have Nikki, empowered, furious, and ready to take the throne. We have Jack heartbroken, vengeful, and providing the strategy and the legal muscle. We have Kane, traumatized and angry, ready to join the fray and make Victor pay for traumatizing his kids. We have the Newman children completely out of commission, Nick drugged out of his mind in Vegas, Adam lost in his spider persona, and Victoria blindly defending the indefensible. And we have Victor, isolated, arrogant, and completely unaware that the reckoning of his life is barreling toward him. I am literally counting down the hours until the next episode. I know some of you in the forums are worried that the writers are going to backtrack and have Nikki forgive Victor too quickly, but I really don't think they will. They've laid too much groundwork with the Patty Williams drugging and the Lily fake kidnapping. The stakes are too high, and the emotional damage is too deep. At the end of the day, I just want to see Nikki win. For once, I want Victor to realize that he cannot control everyone and everything around him without facing the music. He needs to lose, and he needs to lose big. And if taking Newman Enterprises and handing it to his wife is the way it happens, then I will be throwing a massive party in my living room. Let me know what you guys think, because my brain is spinning and I definitely need to share this with people who get it. On our channel, I'm always looking for content inspiration for each video by compiling short video clips to analyze and offer my personal opinions. This channel specializes in analyzing, theorizing, and discussing plot points in the series The Young and the Restless from the perspective of a longtime fan. Through this, viewers can gain deeper, more objective, and more interesting insights. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest news about The Young and the Restless series.